This is the little boy's room. Well, it's anybody's room really, but I had some work done on this bathroom, and I had the door widened, and the sink, the counter of the sink is no longer out to here. It's we put a little vanity in it, and there's a lot of space there, and half of this cabinet is gone now. The reason being is because we were trying to get a wheelchair in the bathroom, and well, we succeeded with that. And you can see that clock used to be in the middle of the wall. The door now reaches right next to the clock. Okay, so there's a little space here, and I want to have something that goes there to hold towels, because obviously we've lost half of our cabinet. So gotta try to make something that goes in there, and I've done a bunch of measuring. I've got a little stick here that's like 26 inches tall, and I've got to miss that plug, I've got to miss that switch, and I've got to miss that clock. And this section here is like 16 by 18 inches. So I'm out in the barn, and I have a little bit of PVC pipe handy already that I brought down from the rafter, and I'm going to follow a little diagram that I drew. This is what I've got: 18 inches wide, 16 inches deep, 27 inches a shelf, 36 inches a shelf, 51 inches a shelf, and 67 inches a shelf. I should have 4 shelves by the time I'm finished. And I've had to send off for the joints that go here, here, and here, and here. But that's what Amazon's for. They didn't have them at the hardware store. I went to both Home Depot and Lowe's, and neither one of them had the kind of PVC pipe joints that I needed. So I've got the top of the project and the bottom of the project. The caps and the glue, clear glue, was $8 even. The 4 bottom joints were $9.01, and I've had to send off for the in-between joints. So this project's going to be somewhere around $50. But when you're trying to fit a shelf or something into a certain size, I guess you got to cough up a little money, a little bit more money than I like to cough up. But anyway, if you're going to get the right size, that's what you got to do, I suppose. And I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, the glue. This is clear glue. I'm going to use clear glue. I'm not going to use the purple primer, because I just want to have white pipe showing up. I don't need purple marks all over my white pipe in my bathroom. Well, that's the base. Now I've got to do a lot of sawing. The PVC pipe is a little bit bent in some areas. It's got a bow in it, and I may have to straighten them out, but for now things seem to be moving along. Now still waiting for those joints. It's 2 days later, and Amazon Prime has come through. This is what was inside the box: 2 bags of this little joint right here, a 4-way joint with a 3/4 inch, and I'll be using those to connect all the PVC pipes. I paid about $32 for roughly 20 of these joints, and I guess that's fairly cheap. They usually run about $2 a joint. And there's no charge on delivery. Thank you to Amazon Prime. I'm seeing a pattern here. I'm doing a little bit of a gluing, as you can see, and I'm going to try to keep all the printing, can you see that? To one side toward me, because that would be facing down. Okay. That's not too hard. Not too hard to figure out. No primer. I don't want any purple showing up. I just want clear glue. Okay. And I want this print facing me. Well, that will go like this. All the print facing one direction, which will eventually be down. Can you see that? Okay. Some of the old PVC pipe had a bow in the middle of them, kind of like wood bends, and I had to put weights on them and rods in them to straighten them out. This has been around all night, so sitting in one position all night, so I hope it's straightened out by now. I'll check and see. Well, as you can see, that PVC pipe has still got a little bit of a bow in it, but it's straighter than it was, so maybe I might be able to use it in short sections. Finished frame portion of the new shelf, and I may replace these 14-inch sections. They're kind of old, or I may just clean them up as best I can, see if I can bring the brightness back out of them. But I'm going to put some wood shelves on 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, and I've got some leftover doors from the bathroom I think will make good shelves, and we'll take it from there. I took off the 14-inch part, and I took a Brillo pad and cleaned this one right here, this piece of pipe, trying to make it more white, but it stayed yellow. Look at it compared to that. It's still yellow. So I think I'm going to get another section of pipe and cut it 14 inches. I took the doors and cut them so they will fit as shelves. I left that back portion on to be so we won't push anything over the edge in the back, and to fit. And I've got to sand these things down and paint them. But after that, it should be ready. Well, here's what I had in the barn. I didn't have any paint. I had some sandable primer, which was white, and that's what I used for right now. And there's the door, the bathroom door, one of them, 2, 3, 4, which have been cut down. The corners have been cut off to make space, and now they're shelves. And I probably should have filled those little handle holes with putty, but I didn't have time because I'm running out of sunlight, and I wanted to get that painting done while it was still daylight. So anyway, I may plug those things up later. There it is. Let's see how it looks in the bathroom next. Got all the shelves on it. Well, here's the finished product. There's the shelf, and as you can see, everything fits, including the trash can and the 26-inch tall plunger, and I missed the electric outlet and the light switch and the clock. But there's only one problem. I like it, it's okay, everything works, but now I feel crowded. And I guess it's because I can see the reflection of the shelf in the mirror, and it feels as though it takes up a lot of space in my renovated bathroom. So I may redo this. I've glued the horizontal parts, but not the vertical parts. I might take the support down and make it smaller or make it shorter, And it's adjustable. And I didn't have enough white pipe, so I left the ones in the back, the yellow ones in the back on, and you can see them in the reflection, which I really don't care for. But as you can see, the shelves work. They do their job. The only thing that will probably go up there is towels and maybe soap or something like that. So there you have it.